They haven't even made it to the tunnel yet, so.
Did they?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this broadcast brought to you by the Quitman Block Sports Network. I'm Jacob Cater.
I'm Michael Ball. How you doing?
Doing great. And we are here on this wonderful Friday evening, excuse me, under the beautiful Friday night football lights of the Bulldog Stadium here in Quitman, Arkansas.
Like I always said, there's nothing better than to be in Quitman, Arkansas during the fall for a high school football game.
That's exactly right. The Quitman Bulldogs come in facing a 2A opponent in this game, the England Lions.
The England Lions are rated 10th in Division II. They got a good running attack, and that's something that the Dogs are going to have to really work on, is stopping that run. They got a running back that averages about 100 yards a game, and they got to stop him.
And I guess we'll go into, do you have any more points that the Bulldogs need to do to win this game other than maybe stop that running back?
Isn't it that swarming defense like we just said? Their quarterback, he's played two real good games that I've seen here lately. He just needs to stay under control. They need to cut down their penalties. If they can do that, listen to the quarterback. I think and when they get in the red zone, they need to score, either with a field goal or a touchdown. 6 times they were in the red zone last week, and they didn't convert, and that's not good. If they don't convert when they're in there, it's going to be hard to win a ball game.
That's exactly right. It looks like the Bulldogs getting ready to run out of their tunnel down there. The England Lions on the other end of the field showed up and brought their own tunnel this
They
evening.
sure did.
So they came prepared, and they look pretty ready to face this Bulldog squad tonight.
One thing you can count on England, they're going to have some athletes. They're going to have some fellas that can run. You can't let them get past you. You know, last week we had a couple of times where the athletes got one-on-one with our cornerbacks, and our cornerbacks just were not physical enough to be able to stop them. That's going to be a little problem this time too. But if England can get their running game going and they can hit those guys on that pass, they're not a very good passing team. But if they can hit them, and then if they can stop the Bulldog pass, they got a chance of winning this ball game too.
And we've got, for the England Lions, number 1, Jaquan Mays, number 2, DJ Turner, number 3, Jordan Palmer, number 4, Justin Barber, number 5, Trent Arnold, number 7, Kenneth Fawcett, number 8, Abram Filoetto, number 9, Jackie Green, number 12, Nick Brown, number 14, Nehemiah Soley, number 16, Cooper Price, number 22, Wyon Johnson, number 27, Tyan Miller, number 32, Joel Miller, number 34, Caleb Gay, number 42, Tristan Coffey, number 50, Ben Gardner, number 51, Ryan Whiteside, number 52, Marvin Parks, number 54, Taylor Kendrick, number 55, Shane Harrison, number 58, Edgar Tejada, number 60, Jerome Clegg, number 62, Josu Mahia, number 68, Owen Edwards, number 75, Carson Carlisle, number 78, Devin Davis, number 79, Zach Miller, number 82, Hezekiah Courtney, and number 94, Jamarius Oates.
I was able to look at the defensive line of England, and they've got some good size on them. They do get tired at the end of the ball game. That's one thing they're having trouble with. They're pretty good at the first of the game. The Bulldogs are going to have to weather the storm, because they're going to get it put to them the test right quick.
And here come the Bulldogs.
That's right. Here they are. One thing about the Bulldogs, they're fast enough that they can deal with that. They just can't let them get ahead of them like that.
Well, we've got a little bit of dead time here, but right before the game starts, about 2 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors.
Okay.
BLK Corey's has 2 locations for the sale of rock products. The first location in Rosebud at 36 Boggs Lane. Call them at 501-556-0711. And the new location opening soon in Greenbrier is at 282 Highway 25. And the number is 501-589-2133. BLK Corey's thinks the Bulldogs rock. Cynthia and Bobby Kennedy are owners of CK Asphalt located in Rosebud. We love our Bulldog family. Go black and gold. And it looks like we'll be preparing to kick things off. Looks like England's going to be in their white jerseys with purple pants and dark lettering. The Bulldogs in the yellow jerseys with white pants and black lettering.
Number 1 for England, Jaquan Mays. He is a threat. They're going to have to watch out for him. And also 14, Nehemiah Soley, also excellent athlete.
Madison Harnick will kick things off for the Bulldogs to get this game started. And the whistle blows, and we are off. Kick is recovered by the Lions, and he's going to be brought down at about the 30-yard line.
Trent Arnold picked it up, got by him, and then by the time he turned around, the Bulldogs had caught up with him.
I believe that was number 8, Abram Fileto, on the recovery for the Lions there.
It's like they're running a pistol spread.
Quarterback gets the snaps a little high. He's going to hand it off.
There's that counter play. That's what the Bulldogs have to do. They have to swarm like that to keep him from getting those yards.
It doesn't look like the Lions gained anything on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for England.
They tried that little misdirection, and it didn't get the Bulldogs to buy it at all. So they were there waiting on him. Quick pass. There's their athlete right there.
And that's going to be Mays. But he will get a first down for the Lions.
He did, and that's something that the cornerback's going to have to watch out. They're going to try to those short passes like that, and then they're going to go for a long one here in a little while. So they got their first down, and that's what they were going for.
Quarterback gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 4, Justin Barber. Barber is going to run it. And he's going to be ran out of bounds by Ely, but he will get the first down.
I believe Ely rode him out of bounds, and I think he just brought Ely with him. That was a good run by that young man. Once he got going downhill, he was tough to stop.
England looking strong on these first few plays in their run game.
Yes, and that's what we expected, especially that big front line.
Quarterback number 12, Nick Brown. Brown looks for an open pass. He's going to take the quarterback keeper, runs it up the middle, and he'll be brought down by Keelan Like on the tackle. And he will come up just short of the first down.
I believe that was designed for him to do that. A little quarterback draw. He got everybody out of the way, out of the middle, and he found him good 9 yards.
The Lions are going to break the huddle.
This is where Barber does his best work. Short yardage gain, and he could break it pretty quick. They like that little counter look there.
Brown hands it off to Barber. Barber's going to run it. He gets about 10 yards. And that'll bring him down at about the 24-yard line of the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs are doing what they did last week early in the game. They're tackling high. You're not going to bring that man down tackling high. They're going to have to hit him low, wrap up his feet. And I know they look like logs, but he's a big young man.
Brown gets the snap. It's high. He passes off to the side. That's going to find Jordan Palmer. Palmer is going to run to about enough to get the first down. He's going to be brought down at about the 14, 13-yard line of the Bulldogs.
They're sucking that cornerback in with these short passes. They're working for him right now, but we're going to have to be careful. They're going to hit that long one here next time they have the ball or on down in the game. Don't have to now. They're moving the ball well.
Brown lines up in the pistol formation with Barber to his side. He's going to hand it off to Barber. Barber going to get to about the 10-yard line. He's going to be brought down by a pack of Bulldogs.
And that's what it's going to take. He had an arm tackle, met him behind the line, and it didn't even phase him. So they're going to have to wrap up and get low on that man.
9:03 left to play here in the first quarter. England in the red zone looking to score for the first points of the game. Snap to Brown. Brown looks open into the corner of the end zone, just through the receiver's fingers. That was meant for Trent Arnold, number 5, and it went just through his fingers. So that's going to be a third down, for the England Lions.
Well, they tried that pass on this side. They hadn't tried it on this side, and it didn't work out as well for them. Bulldogs did well last week keeping Newport out of the end zone in the first half. They got to do it now with these two good plays here. There's the big man again.
Brown
He must cut up the middle and boom.
And he spun off the Bulldog defender. I believe that was Ely, and he gets into the end zone. First points of the game is going to go to England. It's going to make it 6-0. Lions lead it here with 8:47 to go in the first quarter.
Somebody's got to step up and meet that fella. Nobody wanted him that time, didn't look like, did it?
Looks like they'll keep the quarterback out there. And they snap the ball to Barber instead of Brown. And Barber will get his foot in there. He will be in there for a 2-point conversion. So with 8:47 to go here in the first, the Lions of England strike first. It's 8-0. England leads it.
Well, Hooten's picked Quitman in a close game here, and they said that the passing attack was going to be tough for England to handle, but it looks like the running attack is going to be hard for the Bulldogs to handle. They're going to have to find a way to get number 4 down.
Who knows, we might have a fire show on our hands this evening. Might go perfect with the carnival theme going on down there in the student section tonight. Kicking for the Lions looks like it's going to be number 22, Wyon Johnson.
It's like they're going for the onside kick.
Johnson on the kick. They'll get it onside, and
they're going to get it.
Looks like England's going to get the ball. He'll roll out of bounds with it. Cooper Price recovers the ball at the England 46. And
they did exactly what the ball needed to do. It bounced, hit the Bulldog on the shoulder pad, and bounced back toward England. It was just a pretty good job on the onside kick.
And the Lions will break the huddle. Brown calls for the snap. Hand off to Barber. Barber's going to run it, and he looks like he gets about a yard, maybe, out of the run.
One thing about him, he falls forward. Every time he falls forward, you get that extra yard. So
that brings up 2nd and 9 for the Lions.
they like to fake that counter where it go one direction and go back the other. And he's had like 5 runs that way already. Bulldogs are ready for it then.
Brown calls for the snap. He looks downfield, goes for the pass. He's going to find number 14, Nehemiah Solee. Solee can't hang on to it. And
he was open too, and it hit him in a bad spot, hit him in the hands.
3rd down and 9 for the Lions.
Well, defense is going to have to come through. They can't allow England to get a 2-touchdown lead right now.
Play clock at 10. Lions break the huddle. Brown calls for the snap. Looking downfield. Tosses it. There's Solee wide open, and he doesn't get it again.
One thing about it, if you drop the first time, they give you another chance. That shows they got confidence in you. But there was a lot of frustration on the quarterback seeing that ball hit the ground that time. So he was not happy to see that happen. And it was a wheel route again, and we got burned twice on the wheel route last week. So, again, I guess they saw that in the films, and they thought that it'd work. And he was wide open again.
That'll bring up 4th down and 9 for the Lions, and it looks like they're going to kick it away. Kick is very high. It's going to be fielded by Grayson Ely. Ely breaks a tackle, gets a nice block. Ely up the sideline. He's going to make it to about the Lion 46-yard line.
That's the new rule this year is the blindside block, and that good block was a blindside block, and it's going to cost us the return. Coach,
so off the good run that erases, the Bulldogs will be spotted at their own 25-yard line, or farther back.
Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty. That hurts.
So they'll be at their own 17-yard line. Jordan Moore Payne in the backfield for the Bulldogs on the offense, playing shotgun formation. Moore Payne on the quarterback keeper. He's going to take it up the sideline. Moore Payne is going to get the first down, and he will be brought down at about the 29-yard line of the Bulldogs.
There's that design quarterback sweep right there, and he got some good blocks. He followed his blocks, and he was able to extend it for the first down.
Beautiful job there by Moore Payne. Moore Payne is going to run it again. Moore Payne runs it up the middle, and he fumbled it.
That was a big problem last week. We fumbled, and we haven't corrected that problem yet so far in this game. I mean, that's only our second play, and now then we've given the ball back to England.
Of course, the Lions did get the recovery. They'll be down at the Bulldog 35-yard line. And the Bulldogs had some good momentum going there. And
they did. He had a big hole and had some yards to run still there when he dropped the ball. He got hit on the ball. That's what forced him to drop it. There's that run right there. He had a big hole.
Justin Barber on the carry for the Lions. He'll be brought down by Kyler Like on the play. Justin Barber gains about 6 yards.
Yeah, he's going off the field. He got up slow. I don't know if he's just winded or what, but he had to take a break. So, and that gives a defense a break because the next running back's not as big as he is.
Brown
Run
gets
that
the
option.
snap, and he flicks it over to the side. That's going to find number 22, Wyon Johnson.
It was good read option there. He threw it out there. The defensive player for the Bulldogs went for a side tackle instead of angled on. If he'd angled on, he would have brought him down for a loss. He let him get by him. He just didn't get his tackle wrapped up like he should.
The Lions break the huddle. Snap to Brown. Pass over is going to fall incomplete.
That poor old fella, he's dropped two now. When he caught one, he fell down.
Yep, Nehemiah Solee. That's going to be 4th down and 7 for the Lions.
Defense has been out there a lot in this quarter. I mean, we played almost 8 minutes of this quarter, and they've been out there 7 minutes of it. So
looks like Brown's going to go for it. Brown gets the snap. He's going to try to run it up the sideline. A long throw into the end zone. It's batted away by 2 Bulldog defenders. And a great play by the Bulldog defense. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
They did their job there. Good defensive play for the Bulldogs. Both were back there. Your safety, your cornerback stayed with him. Made the play. That's what you have to do in that situation.
Now we'll see if the Bulldogs can capitalize off their turnover on downs. They'll have the ball at what looks to be their own 32-yard line.
Randy, that's a pretty skyline over there. I turned it off so people think I'm totally crazy.
And there's a run up the middle.
Looks like Coach decided to let the running back do the running this time since had that fumble. And he covered the ball well then. They showed that they can run against the England for the first 3 plays that we've seen.
And a little flick there.
Oh, good turn block.
That's going to find Grayson Ely. Ely's going to be tackled low on the play.
Well, the line did what they were supposed to. They walled it off, but the receiver didn't get his block down like he needed to. If he'd got that block down, there was a pretty good open field for Ely. He would have been able to show us that speed that he has.
3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Looking to convert. Moore Payne calls for the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hartman. Hartman runs it up the middle. Gets the first down. And he's going to be brought down at about midfield. That's going to be at the Bulldogs' 47-yard line.
The Bulldogs are winning the line of scrimmage on offense. They're pushing these guys back. They're quite a bit bigger except for the nose guard. That's a good-sized nose guard right there, but he's not been able to turn the Bulldogs away from the middle. Oh, there's a run blitz.
Moore Payne hands it off to Hartman. Hartman carrying a defender on his back all the way down.
It was a good defensive call, and he executed it, but Hartman just kept running and did his job. He won that battle there, so that's a good thing for the Bulldogs.
And the Bulldogs have crossed into Lion territory now, down about the Lion 48-yard line. Moore Payne on a quick pass across the middle. It got broken up. Pass was intended for Oakley Smith. It's number 8, Abram Filateo on the breakup there for the Lions. Moore Payne and Hartman lined up in the pistol formation in the backfield. Moore Payne calls for the snap. Moore Payne looks downfield. He's going to find Ely wide open. Ely going to be trying to break the tackle. He'll get all the way down to about the 35-yard line of the Lions, and he gets the first down for the Bulldogs.
Ran a good route. He was covered, broke loose with his speed. It was a good pass where it's supposed to be, a good defensive play. That's the way you win football games right there.
More Payne calls for the snap. A handoff to Hartman. Hartman brought down hard in the backfield. Good tackle there by number 4, Justin Barber.
It's like England's coach is calling that run blitz again. He was coming from the get-go. Nobody touched him. I'm sure Hartman's saying, somebody get that number. When he comes through, just get in his way.
So the Bulldogs down at the Lion 40-yard line. It's 2nd down and 15 after a tackle in the backfield for a loss of yardage. More Payne gets the snap. He's looking downfield. More Payne to Eagley, who's open, goes just off his hand and out of bounds.
Eagley made a good turn, good route, and the ball he just missed it. He just missed it. It would have been a good play. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Bulldogs here.
3rd down and 15. The Bulldogs lined up in pistol formation once again. Eli Hartman off to More Payne's left side. The snap to More Payne. He looks downfield. There's Ely, and he gets it.
There
Touchdown,
it is.
Bulldogs!
He dropped the ball. Dropped the ball.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Yeah, it was there. It looked like he hauled it in, but the next thing you do, you just see the ball rolling in the end zone.
Yep. I thought he had it. He looked like he caught it, and then he went out of my field of vision.
Yep, and of course our lights went off there for a minute. We can say we didn't see it because the lights went out.
So the Bulldogs on 4th down and 15.
Yes, they were. Penalty flag.
Penalty flag on the play. False start.
Yep. He moved our running back, or not running back, our end out there made a move. He says he didn't, but he did make a move that way, and the referee caught him.
So that's 4th down and about
we're still
20.
Gonna go for it now.
It's like More Payne calls for the snap. More Payne looks downfield. He better get it off. He does in time, and the receiver lets the ball drop in front of him. I believe that was intended for number 8, Bryson Thacker.
Well, one thing about this, now we showed we can run against them. The passes are open. We've had some drops. It looked like that ball was catchable. I might be wrong there. I wasn't able to see it all the way. We can compete with this team, but we're going to have to start doing it. When you look at them from up here, the Bulldogs look tall. And England looks, what we would say, short but stout.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought number 4 back into the running back game. Of course, he's the one that played some of that defense there just a second ago. Well, the quarterback.
Brown on the quarterback keeper runs it up the middle. He'll gain about 4 yards on the play for the Lions.
He fooled me. I thought he gave it to 4. I guess when you got 4 out there all the time and he's gaining 5 yards, give it to him. But he pulled it out and got his own 5 that time.
2nd down and 6 for the Lions. As they will break the huddle. Brown gets the snap, looking downfield, finds an open number 22, Wyon Johnson. Johnson going to be ran out of bounds. And he gets the 1st down for the Lions.
Good play. The linebacker was trying to cover him. He was a little bit faster than the linebacker, and that's why he got open. The linebacker recovered and made the tackle, but not after England got their 1st down.
So a fresh set of downs for the Lions. 1:20 left to play here in the 1st quarter. Another handoff to Wyon Johnson.
That must be their bread and butter play. They use that quite a bit to step, counter. It's more effective, though, when number 4 runs it than it is when 22 runs it, though. Number 4 is back out there, so the Bulldogs going to have to step up again.
It looks like Lions did not gain much, if anything, on the play. It's second down and 10. 47 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown calls for the snap. Handoff to Barber. Barber getting ambushed by the Bulldogs. He's in the backfield. And a pass. He finds number 12, Nick Brown. Brown ran out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
We do have a flag on the play. There has to be a legal man downfield when you do something like that. There had to be a lot of people downfield. Because when he made the pass, all you could see was the quarterback and 2 or 3 running backs here. So I'm going to say it's ineligible player, ineligible receiver downfield. Waving it off. And I'm wrong.
Wow. So the England Lions will have the ball.
Oh, that's what it.
Down at what looks to be the Bulldog 12-yard line.
They're going to call it a lateral instead of a pass. That's what got them off that. And he was behind the line of scrimmage when he caught it. So that's the proper call. Well, as long as it's behind the line of scrimmage, I think you can still do it.
Snap and a handoff. That's going to be, of course, to Justin Barber. Barber is going to be piled up on there in the middle of the field. He's going to gain probably about 4 to 5 yards on the play. Three yards. Second down and 7 for the Lions.
And that's going to end the first quarter.
All right. We'll take a moment and recognize some of our wonderful sponsors as the England Lions and the Quitman Bulldogs get ready to switch sides of the field. Arkansas Elite Welding Academy is a proud sponsor of the Quitman Bulldogs. Located right here in Quitman, Arkansas Elite has educated hundreds of welders since operations began in 2016. Weekly campus tours are offered on Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. Learn more at arkansasewa.com. Laura Davis with Remax Elite Real Estate is here to help you buy or sell your home or land. For a great real estate experience and an agent with expertise, give Laura a call at 501-269-0649. We'll be right back after a brief pause. And we're back as the ball is out of bounds.
Well, they got started pretty quick. These referees want to go home quick tonight, don't they?
I guess they do. Third down and 7 as there was no gain of yardage on the play.
Tried to catch the Bulldogs sleeping there and get the guy open in the end zone. It did not work for them. I do see a player over on England's side, 51. He's on crutches. I didn't see anybody get hurt. I just wonder if he was there before the game or did he get hurt during the game. I don't know.
Lions lining up in pistol formation.
There it
a
is.
handoff
There's a penalty flag
to Justin Barber, and flag on the play.
It'll be illegal procedure against the.
So the England Lions will back up 5 yards. And that'll be 3rd down and 12. Brown calls for the snap, handoff, and run up the middle. Nice tackle there by the Bulldogs. Justin Barber going to be brought up. He'll gain about 3 or 4 yards.
Defense is going to have to stand up here now. They can't let him get out there. That was a good play on the big man. They were able to get him, hit him low. Number 8 for the Bulldogs really got low. I think he's figured it out. Number 4 is limping a little bit. He felt that.
It's 4th down and 9 for the Lions. Brown lined up in the backfield with Barber. Brown with the ball in his hand still, trying to pull off the sneak, a throw, and a sliding catch.
First down.
Catch is made by Nehemiah Solie.
Oh, ball goes over on downs. Defense came through.
Great job by the Bulldog defense.
We sure don't need a fumble on the 3, though.
Oh, no, we do not. Bulldog defense hasn't looked too bad tonight.
Nope. They just wasn't. They had to wake up after that first drive, and they are doing pretty good now. The offense can just catch up with them. And people thought that's what would happen, that they would wear out England a little bit.
Looks like Ethan Thurman is in there. At quarterback position for the Bulldogs. And the run gains about 2 for the Bulldogs. 2nd down and 8.
Well, Ethan has to come in at a pretty tight time, ball on the 3-yard line.
Hand off to Hartman. Hartman going to be brought down in the end zone.
Safety. They call it a safety.
So that makes it 10-0.
Yeah, the defense scored for him there.
Bulldogs trying to figure something out on offense here. Take a moment and recognize some more of our wonderful sponsors here on the Quitman Bulldogs Sports Network. Varvel Electric is family owned and operated since 2006. Varvel Electric proudly sponsors all Quitman Bulldog athletics. Go Bulldogs! HVM is a proud sponsor of the Quitman Bulldogs, as is Courtney Black with Caldwell Banker RPM Group.
Well, it's a free kick from the 20-yard line. We're going to kick it off the tee. Got to be careful here. It's too bad for England. Pretty dangerous. He's going to get a shot.
That's going to be number 14, Nehemiah Solie.
14's having a rough night for England. He caught the ball there, took a run and gained him 10, but he lost 10 running the opposite way. He's just not having a real good night making decisions. I hope that doesn't change here pretty soon for the worse for the Bulldogs. But the defense is back there again, and they've been out there 75% of the game so far for the Bulldogs.
England Lions are going to be marked down at the Bulldog 46-yard line. 1st down and 10. The snap from Brown, a pass to the side. That's going to find number 3, Jordan Palmer. And big tackle by Oakley Smith.
Yeah, Oakley got him that time, didn't he? I believe the England's player was making that up as he went, and then that was was that Palmer running it for him, number 3?
Yep, Jordan Palmer.
He's got some speed, but I think he thought he could out-jump old Oakley there, and Oakley wasn't going to have any part of that. He took him down good. Good tackle by Oakley Smith there.
Snap to Brown. Brown looking for an open man downfield, and it's way out in front of the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. That'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Lions.
The Bulldogs' pass defense is working pretty good in the back. They got a couple of steps on us, but they're where they have to be, and the quarterback has to hit it right on the nose if they're going to take advantage of that situation.
Lions lined up in pistol formation in the backfield. Barber gets the little pass, and he outruns 2 tackles. Barber running up the field, and he'll be brought down by Kyler Like, but not after he gains almost 30 yards on the carry.
Got strong legs. He kicked out of that arm tackle. A lot of times that player will go down, but he was able to break it because of his leg strength. That was a big play for England right there. That was one they had a loss, and the player was able to get the play on his own.
Justin Barber is a senior on this England team, coming in at 5'10", 201. And the pass this time to number 1, Jaquan Mays. Mays will gain a few yards. Going to gain about 5 yards, so 2nd down and 5 for the Lions.
Bulldogs are giving up a lot of yards after that first contact. They're going to have to do better wrapping them up at the point of contact.
Brown hands it off to Wyon Johnson. Johnson going to try to run it up the middle. He's not going to get very far. Good job by the Bulldog defense on that play. Gain of about 2 on the play for the Lions.
Yes, when he got hit at the line, he went backwards. When the other one gets that line, our guys are going backwards. So they were Bulldogs were glad to see that new running back in there that time.
3rd down and 2 for England.
Need to watch out for the quarterback. He may try to get this first down on his own. Timeout, England.
There will be a timeout. So we'll take it with them with the score at 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half. The England Lions lead it 10-0 over the Quitman Bulldogs. We'll be right back. And we are back with 7:30 to go. 3rd down and 2 for the England Lions. The quarterback gets the snap. He keeps it. And he'll try to run it up the middle to get the first down. And it looks like...
got enough just for the first down. That was a safe call. They thought they could get it, and they were able to.
So the England Lions have the ball down at the Bulldog 15.
Yes, they do. They need to bow up and keep them out of the end zone. They've done pretty good since the first drive, but they need a turnover.
And the pass downfield into the back corner of the end zone is incomplete. It was intended for Trent Arnold, the sophomore, for the Lions. 2nd down and 10. Pretty nice night for some football.
They got their hoss back in there and running back.
And
They
Brown
almost got him.
scrambling in the backfield. A pass into the end zone. It's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Good
Falls
coverage
incomplete.
there by the Bulldogs. Oakley Smith on the
And
the
that was a good
breakup
play,
there.
breaking up that play right there. Atkins is beating Perryville right now in the second quarter. They're up 10-6. That's a future. Bulldogs have to play both those teams coming up. Atkins has not won a game, so there they go.
Big play there by the defense of the Bulldogs right there. And that's going to put the Lions at a loss of about 2 yards. It's going to be 4th down and about 11.
It's a big game, a big play for the Bulldogs. They've stopped them 3 times now. Maybe they can do it one more.
Brown calls for the snap, looks for an open man downfield. He's rushed in the backfield. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Kyler Like
Yeah,
on
Kyler
the
Like,
tackle.
untouched. A good blitz call by the coach. Nobody picked him up, and that's what you like on that 4th down. You lose yardage and maybe give the offense a little bit of a push. We're down 10-0. We need to score.
Bulldogs will take over at their own 25-yard line with a fresh set of downs. 5:52 to go here in the first half.
Well, it looks like they're going back to their starting quarterback.
More Payne back in there in the shotgun formation, looking downfield for an open man. More Payne being rushed in the backfield. More Payne is going to be brought down behind the line.
He didn't have anybody open in the back in the back of the England defense. They covered everyone. That was a coverage sack there. He just couldn't get the ball off. They weren't open. Again, here we are starting behind the chains, and that's the 3rd time we've had the ball and we've had to start back there.
2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Our little offside draw is not getting anybody off. Looks like England's coached very well. They're not falling for that at all.
Pass to the sideline. That's going to find Grayson Ely. Ely up the sideline. And he's going to get the first down for the Bulldogs and a little more. He's going to be brought down out of bounds at about the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. Great run there by Ely.
Yes, Ely has got some speed. We saw it there. He took those 20 yards pretty quick. And I want to say at least 2 seconds.
More Payne fakes the handoff, takes it himself. He might have gained a yard out of that play. England did a pretty good job of reading it.
He was holding the ball real good. I saw both hands on it that time. I think Coach May had got his attention on that last fumble. The fumbles we had last week really were costly.
No gain of yardage on the play, but no loss either. It's 2nd down and 10. More Payne flicks it to Thacker. Thacker running up the middle. Thacker breaks the tackle. Thacker across midfield. And he goes into England territory. That's going to be a 1st down for the Bulldogs. They'll have it at about the England 41-yard line.
The coaches decided to use his speed a little bit, match up with England's speed. They both about got the same speed together. Here we go with Ely again.
More Payne, pass to Ely on the sideline. Ely running it up the middle, breaks some tackles, and he will make it down at about the 31-yard line. He gets another 1st down. So back-to-back 1st downs for the Bulldogs offense, looking like it's finding some traction here.
Grayson he's wanting the ball right now. He wants it.
And a run up the middle, this time Hartman on the keep. He's going to get it, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about 5 yards for Eli Hartman.
He's keeping them honest right now.
2nd down and 5 to go for the Bulldogs. They're down at about the England 24-yard line. More Payne looking for an open man downfield. That's going to be intended for Ely. It's a little bit over his head. 3rd down.
There's a lot of England's defense with their hands on their hips. It's a sign that they're getting tired, especially number 4, who's been their workhorse this whole half, and he really seems like he is trying to suck up the wind pretty good too. So Bulldogs are doing what they want to do. They're wanting to wear them down, but they got to score some points.
More Payne calls for the snap, gets it. Pass at the sidelines, going to find Ely. Ely sidesteps the defender. Ely going downfield into the end zone. Grayson Ely. Touchdown for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs put 6 on the board.
Well, they found something that works. Our receivers can work on their cornerbacks too. And Ely, once he broke that first one, there was nobody to get him.
Looks like the Bulldogs gonna go for the PAT. Madison Harnick out there. And she gets it up and splits the uprights. Your score with 3:33 left to go in the first half. The England Lions with 10, the Quitman Bulldogs with 7.
It's good to see a little life in the team. The offense finally showed some life there. It seemed like ever since the fumble on that first series, they've been out of sync. But the Grayson was able to get them back in sync with a couple of excellent plays on his part after the quarterback got it to him. Payne got the pass to him.
While we await the punt team, we will thank a sponsor. Palmer Plumbing is proud sponsor of the Quitman Bulldog Athletics. They are a locally owned plumbing company specializing in new construction in both residential and commercial. Go Bulldogs! Looks like Harnick will tee it up. Jaquan Mays deep for England, and a good kick by Harnick downfield. That's going to be fielded about the 25-yard line, and Mays is going to be brought down at about the 36.
The big game in the conference this week is Salem and Newport, and I just got the score in the second quarter. Salem is beating Newport 24-0. They thought that would be a little better game than that right now. Salem must be hitting on all cylinders there.
So the Lions lined up in the backfield. Pistol formation. Nick Brown lined up with That's Barber. Barber is going to take it and run it up the middle. Bulldogs do a good job of bringing him down. He's going to gain about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for England.
Barber's feeling it right now. He's been the hoss the whole half for him. He's probably put pretty close to gaining 100 yards already. So, but he's getting tired.
Snap to Brown. He looks to the sideline. He's going to find an open receiver in Mays. Mays takes it all the way down. That's going to be hit out of bounds. There was a flag on the play. And I think it's going to be against Quitman.
Yes, they slung him out of bounds, and they're going to get you every time for that, and that's going to add 15 yards to the play. We don't need to give them any help. We need to stop them, get the ball back. You know, there's still time to do some damage on our part, but there's time for England to do damage on their part too.
And that's going to put the Lions down at the Bulldog 30-yard line. 1st down and 10. .246 to go until the half.
Coach Mars having a pretty good discussion with Jim Fulmer about the situation that went on there, but they marked it off from the end of the play. I don't know if that's what they're talking about or not.
Brown gets the snap and a handoff. Ooh, good hit there on the tackle. That's going to be Bryson Thacker on the tackle. He took Barber down low.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Bryson has learned. He has learned. You're going to take him down. You're going to keep him from getting those yards. And I'm going to have to say number 4 is not enjoying getting hit like that either.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the England Lions. Brown calls for the snap, a handoff once again to Barber. Barber trying to run up the sideline, breaking a few tackles, but the Bulldogs push him out of bounds.
Again, they were one holding on to his leg, but you're not going to get him that way. He's going to pull you along on that.
Barber's going to gain about 5 on the play. 3rd down and 3 for England. Exactly 2 minutes until half.
It's been a fast half. It's been going by real fast, but when you run the ball like England does, I guess that's part of it. Last week's game went by first half, but second half was slow.
Yep. Lions call for the snap. It's a little high. Brown pulls back out of the pocket, looking downfield. Brown intercepted by Grayson Ely. Ely is going to be brought down at about the 36-yard line. And a beautiful job by Grayson Ely of reading that pass and picking it off.
He left his man, saw where the quarterback was going, watched his eyes. He was able to cut in front of the receiver. Excellent play defensively by Grayson Ely there. Excellent play.
The Bulldogs with the ball and the chance to take a lead before halftime. And there's going to be tackle in the backfield. Quarterback sack. Bulldogs will have it 2nd down and 16 at their own 30-yard line.
Receiver's going to have to give him get out there a little faster for him.
More pain to Ely. Ely is going to break a tackle. Ely crisscrosses another one up the sideline. He'll run it out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. He'll come up to about they're going to say he got the 1st down.
He got it just about by half a yard. I tell you what, they hadn't stopped that play yet. They're going to have to put another receiver there or another defensive man there to try to help stop it. But
Grayson Ely,
he's running through their tackles.
he once again got a good gain of about 17 yards. And as you said earlier, he's been running the ball very well. More Payne.
They better block.
And he will be brought down quickly in the backfield by number 14, Nehemiah Soli.
Loss of 7. Second down and long for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs lose 7 on the play.
Good call by the coach for England. He called that outside backer blitz. Personal foul.
There's going to be a personal foul called against England.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see it. I saw the flag down here, but I don't know what it was.
So the Bulldogs kind of catch a break there.
There'll be a stop ball.
And the referees looks like they're going to spot the ball down.
Personal foul.
Yep. Personal foul against the defense. So the Bulldogs will get a first down.
First down.
And it looks like they'll be spotted at the Lion 39. 1:05 left to go in the first half. The snap is off. More Payne looking downfield for an open man. More Payne pass to Oakley Smith. Smith on the catch, and he will get another first down.
They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Oh. Spoke too soon once again.
Ely took a break on that play. He didn't do anything but just stand there. They brought a different cornerback on him. They brought their number 1, their speedster, on him. He's got a pretty hard job right now to slow Ely down. There's 56 seconds left, and second down. They don't want Quitman to score going in here at halftime.
More Payne lined up with Hartman on his side. They're going to throw it to Ely there. Ely's going to be brought down in the backfield.
And guess who's there?
Justin Barber.
Yep, he read it all the way. They knew it was coming, and when they did it, it was. I mean, they had 6 players there. They decided they were going to stop that play right then.
Bulldogs with third down and 12. 28 seconds till half. More Payne calls for the snap. Looking downfield. More Payne's going to have to get it going. More Payne on the quarterback keeper. He decides to go a little forward. He's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, no, he loses a yard on the play. 4th down and 13.
They're going to let the clock run. They're going to take it in at halftime.
And they will. Your score at the half, the England Lions up 10-7 against the Quitman Bulldogs here after a safety and a 2-point conversion. 3 points difference here for these two teams.
Well, I know this. There was a number of times last week that if Quitman had kicked the field goal, they'd have got 3 points pretty easy. So I don't think Coach is real worried about it being 10-7. I feel like he thinks he can get that 3 points if he needs it. And let's face it, she has done very well kicking that ball for the Bulldogs.
Yes, she has, and we're talking about Miss Madison Harnick, of course.
That's right.
So they'll set the clock, 20 minutes long halftime. So we'll be right back here on the Bulldog Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
We're here.
And we're back here on the Bulldog Sports Network to start this second half of football action under the Friday night lights of Bulldog Stadium here in Quitman, Arkansas. Quitman Bulldogs playing host to the England Lions. Score is 10-7. England leads it after they had a safety and a 2-point conversion. The Bulldogs had a touchdown and the extra point.
We didn't fare well on the last kickoff. England kicked that onside kick, bounced off our guy's shoulder, and they recovered it. And he's setting it up again, going to the opposite side this time.
It's number 22, Wyon Johnson.
Getting their book out of the old Pulaski Academy ways, aren't they?
Johnson, onside kick, gets it off.
Don't touch it. Well, I guess you can now.
And there he goes. That's number 34.
They touched it, didn't they?
Yep. And the England Lions touched it.
There's a
And
flag down.
that was number 34,
picking it up.
Kyler Like.
Yeah,
Picked
the
it
guy
up.
from England touched it, bounced right to Like, and he did the smart thing. He took off running, and everybody was sitting there, standing there, watching, and he about broke it for a touchdown. Am I off? Oh, gotcha. Yep, they're going to go from there.
And the Bulldogs.
Well, that's just what Coach ordered, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Off to a great start here in the second half, and we've just played 5 seconds.
They're explaining it to the England coach. It was one of the historical plays for Quitman back when Mountain Pine was in our conference. They had kicked an onside kick, and Hunter Martin picked it up, bounced right to him, and he went 60 yards for a touchdown. We almost had another one right there.
That was a great job by Kyler Like.
He knew what to do once he got his hand on it, didn't he?
Handoff for more Payne. He's going to give it to Hartman. Hartman runs it up the middle. Hartman with a big gain on the play. And that's going to move the chains. So it's 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
If you remember the first half, we were able to run up the middle pretty good for them.
First goal, just inside the 10-yard line.
Hartman's had some very good success so far this season doing just that.
There he
Against
is.
many
He's
team,
going
and there
in.
he is. He breaks it into the touchdown for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs take the lead with 11:36 to go here in the second half, or in the third quarter, I should say. 3-point lead, 13-10, and it looks like they'll put Harnick out there for the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it splits the uprights.
Well, they didn't take long. Score a touchdown in 24 seconds.
Yeah. Great job by the Bulldogs, of course, off that onside kick. 14-10, 11:36 to go here in the third quarter.
I tell you what, the nose guard for England, he's not able to clog up that middle right now, and that's helping the Bulldogs pretty good too. They're able to run by him before he can do anything, and Hartman and Payne are both going to be able to take advantage of that.
The Bulldogs will bring Harnick back out
Man, you wait.
to get the ball off. She counts the paces, and there she goes. Good kick there by Harnick. It bounces at the 30 and goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Those 35, I believe they're going to mark it there. Wasn't a bad kick. It just wouldn't stop rolling.
Yep.
All right, it's time for the defense now to continue stepping up. Defense have played real well tonight. They really have, especially the cornerbacks. When you saw the athletes that England was bringing in, you thought, boy, our cornerback's going to have their handful, but they have played well.
Had kind of a slow start there in the first quarter, but they definitely come alive the rest of the first half. And there's a flag on the play. False start against England.
And that's the big difference in England from the first drive to now. They're making a lot more mistakes than they did. They didn't make any mistakes in that first drive, and here they are. And this is their second motion penalty, and it's good to start them from behind the chains, and that's what they're doing now.
1st and 15 for the Lions. Plays off Brown. Going to find number 3, Jordan Palmer. Palmer's going to run up the sideline. Palmer is going to gain about 9 yards on the play. That's going to bring up about 2nd down and 6. Excuse me, 2nd down and 8.
They have used that quick hit pass very well against the Bulldogs, and they got their yardage back. So 2nd and 8 is a lot better than what it was for them, and they used a good play there.
Handoff, of course, number 4, Justin Barber. Barber's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by the Bulldog defense to bring down the big man Barber.
I believe Tyler Lack is really enjoying this ball game in this half. That was a play right there. He caught that young man, and that's their big running back, and was able to keep him from going downhill, and that was a great play.
The Lions are brought down back to 3rd and 9. Brown looking for a man downfield. The pass is broken up. Great job by the Bulldog defender. That's going to be number 6, Devin Boyce. 4th down and 9 for the Lions.
One thing about the quarterback, he has a lot of height in his pass, and it's letting our cornerbacks get back to the position they need to be.
And it looks like it's blocked! The kick is blocked by Thacker. Thacker takes it to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! Bryson Thacker on the denial of the kick. And he took it to the end zone.
Off the foot. And then it bounced right back up to him. Scoop and score. That's a great special teams touchdown for the Bulldogs. We hadn't had but one of those this year, and that was a kickoff return, you know. That was excellent. I believe they must have scouted it, because I was watching the coaches, and they were congratulating each other like, yeah, we knew we could do that. So they did it.
And Harnick will be back out there to kick the extra point. It's up, and it splits the uprights. Quitman Bulldogs off to a hot start in this quarter. They take the 21-10 lead with 10:38 to play.
That just took a minute.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs are opening up here, and England played a good first half, but they've been hit pretty hard right here. They're not out of this ball game, though. They've got enough talent, enough speed, big playmakers that they can get back in this real quick. The Bulldogs cannot relax. Their defense is still going to have to stand up and make some plays, just like they did then. They got to do it again.
And of course, Miss Madison Harnick's going to be back out there to kick the ball away for the Bulldogs. She gets the kick off, an onside kick. And a nice leap and catch. Number 4, Oakley Smith. What a play by Oakley Smith.
Low momentum has changed sides of the field. Old Mo's over here with the Bulldogs right now.
And that was just about the most athletic play I think we've seen all game. Smith leapt in the air. And the handoff there to Hartman. Hartman's going to run it. Hartman up the sideline. Hartman gets to the 30. And I believe Hartman's going to get the first down for the Bulldogs.
I think Coach made her bottle up whatever he talked to these boys about at halftime. Use it next week when they play Yellville Summit, because they've come out ready to play this half.
Snap and a handoff to Hartman once again. Hartman gets through some traffic. Hartman's going to be knocked down just past the 20-yard line. I believe that's going to be down at the Lion 18.
It's a pretty good hit put on by the England player, number 27. That linebacker, we hadn't called his number a lot, but he put a stick on Hartman right then.
Number 27, Tyan Miller for the Lions on the tackle. Credit to him. More Payne's going to hand it off to Hartman once again. Hartman on the run. Hartman is going to break through a tackle or two, and he's going to be brought down. He's going to get down to about the 10-yard line, and the Bulldogs have another first down.
I just got a score update from the Atkins-Perryville game, and it's in the third quarter. Atkins still up 10-8. Apparently Perryville got a safety, so that's an upset in the making in our conference right there.
And it looks like a handoff. Once again, a run up the middle to Hartman. He'll be brought down by Tyan Miller. And he'll gain about 2 yards on the play. Second down and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Newport and Salem are in the third quarter, and Salem's still up 24-0 there. The shutout Newport, Salem must have a pretty awesome defense, and Bulldogs got to play them last game of the season.
And a carry up the middle. Quarterback keeper by Moore Payne. He snuck it in there for a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Did you notice he had that ball on all 3 points in his arm, making sure
he
had
did.
that covered? He wasn't going to drop that ball that time, so he got in there. Man, I mean, I know, that's something. 3 touchdowns, less than 3 minutes. Wow.
Harnick splits the uprights. And it's good. That's going to make the score with 9:13 left to go in the third quarter. 28-10, the Quitman Bulldogs off to a hot start in this second half.
I tell you what, now, this is like when they played Hector. You remember the first half, we didn't do anything. Second half, we came out and blew them away. And that's what's happening to England right now. They're getting blown off the line of scrimmage. They can't do anything right against this Bulldog offense, defense, and special teams.
Bulldogs firing on all cylinders right now. And they will try to get the kickoff once again, anxious to see what they choose to do this time. Again, 28-10, 9:13 left to go in the third quarter. 3 touchdowns in a little less than 3 minutes. That's pretty good for just the team all around. Harnick on the kick. And it is fielded.
He dropped it.
Kenneth Fawcett on the recovery. For the Lions, he'll be brought down at the Lion 37-yard line.
Looks like the England Lions will start at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I hadn't seen number 60 on offense, but he's out there now, and that's a good-sized young man right there.
Number 60, Mr.
He's
Jerome
lining up at
Clegg.
this, right tackle. Yep, that's her nose guard.
And a quarterback keeper run up the middle by Nick Brown.
Looked like the Bulldog just bounced off of him on that one.
Second for the Bulldogs. Gain of about 4 yards, second down and 6.
Lions gain about 4 on the play. Second down, 6 to go. Nick Brown calls for the snap. Comes out of the pocket. Being chased down by the Bulldogs. He'll be brought down. He gets it across the line of scrimmage. He's going to gain maybe about 2 yards on the play.
He took a disaster that was about to happen and made something positive out of it. That's all you can ask for your quarterback in doing something like that. He just didn't have time. He had a man open way downfield, but you've got to have time to set up, make that throw. Bulldogs didn't give him that time. Excellent play by the Bulldog defense.
That's going to bring up third down and 5 with exactly 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And one thing England's done to get that 5 yards is that play right there where they give it to number 4, and oh me.
And there goes Barber.
Justin Barber up the middle. He's going to move into Bulldog territory. Playing right now by number 8, Bryson Packard.
Justin Barber with a big gain on the run. He's going to get probably about 30 yards. A good 30 yards on the run.
He hit that hole hard. He's rested up at halftime. That's the first time he's really exploded since that. Well, that's the only time he's really had the ball to be able to do that this half.
Lions make it into Bulldog territory. They're going to be spotted down at about the Bulldog 34-yard line. First down and 10. And there's a flag on the play.
Legal procedure against the Lions.
So the Lions going to be pushed back 5 yards.
One thing I notice on the offensive line of England is they're not all getting down like they were before. They all started with a 3-point stance at the first of the game, and now then you're only seeing like the guards do it. The tackles are standing up, and it may be because of the pass play that's called or what, but before they were all getting down and doing their thing.
Nick Brown looks for an open receiver. He's going to find number 2, DJ Turner. Excuse me, number 3, Jordan Palmer. And Palmer brought down.
There's those Bulldogs swarming. When they're swarming on defense, they're tough. They're really tough.
Palmer gains about 3 yards on the play. That's going to be about second down and 12 for the Lions. Just under 6.5 minutes. Brown gets the snap off. Pass. It's going to find number 3, Jordan Palmer, open on the sideline. Palmer going to run it out of bounds. He will get the first down for the Lions.
Good pass. They've been very good on that play all night. They've hit that flat play. They're getting 7 to 10 yards every time on that play. And I thought they would be able to set up a long pass off of it, but they haven't really tried. And really doesn't help them a whole lot right now. They've just got to put something in the end zone and keep this drive going if they want to stay in this ball game.
Brown, handoff to the side. Of course, it's going to go to Justin Barber. Barber weaving his way through traffic. He's going to get it all the way. He might have got the first down on the play or just come up just short.
He made some changes. He monitored and adjusted well on that play. He saw where he was stopped, went the other way. Kind of surprised one Bulldog. 77 saw him. By the time he realized what he was doing, it was too late to make him make the tackle on him.
So the Lions do get the first down off the run.
There
First and 10, and there he goes once again.
Oh,
Barber.
The second line of the defense came through real good for him there. They put a pretty good hit on him. Barber is a good running back. He's one of the best running back I've seen Quitman play this year. As far as being low to the ground, tough to bring down, and he doesn't have bad speed either.
Seems to be very aware of where he's going as well. Second and
There's
5
their
for the
favorite
Lions.
play, and they used him again. And
Barber trying to make it to the end zone. I think he came up just short, but he will get the first down for the Lions.
yeah, that's their bread and butter play right there. When you have your three guys go in motion, they get set, then they run a counter like they're going to where the motion was, and they cut back. He's gained at least 30 yards off that play in this game only, you know.
Brown lined up in the backfield with Barber to his side. Hand off to Barber, and he's going to take it in the end zone. Touchdown for the Lions. So after 3 straight touchdowns for the Bulldogs, the Lions finally get a chance to answer. And they do. It's 28-16. They will go for the extra point.
Barber's going to sleep well tonight. He's wore out. He's their middle linebacker on defense. He plays excellent defense. He knows where the ball's going. And now as a running back, he hits the hole, and there was no way stopping him from getting in the end zone then.
Looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Doing that wild line, I guess.
Snap is off, and Barber is stopped just short of the goal line. 2-point conversion fails. Quitman leads at 28-16 with 4:32 to go
that was a
in
direct
the third
snap
quarter.
to Barber that time. He was a little too far out to make the jump that he did. The Bulldogs met him in midair, and even though they met him in midair, he still fell toward the goal line and just barely missed it. And you can see the young man is tired. And I believe the official's going to have to help carry him off over there. Now here's where the Bulldogs are going to have to be on it. England apparently lives by the special teams on their kickoff. This is something they have not even threatened to go deep at all. They are kicking this purpose to get the ball. So the Bulldogs are going to have to be ready for this. Now, it backfired on them at the start of the half, and the Bulldogs are going to have to be ready for that again.
Wyon Johnson kicking once again for the Lions. There's the kick, an onside kick, and the recovery by the Bulldogs. Nice job, and that's going to be Thacker on the carry, I do believe. He's going to get a good gain of yards, probably about 10 to 12 yards on the carry for Bryson Thacker.
Looks like they were ready for it that time. They bounced right to him. He knew what to do. He cut up the field against the green and was able to get a good return out of it. Well, number 60's back on defense now. He played a little bit there on offense, but he's in a 3-point stance now, too. He must be feeling a little better.
Hand off to Hartman. Hartman going for the sideline. Hartman cuts through a gap. He's going to bring it all the way down to about the 20-yard line of the Lions. He'll get the first down.
kept moving his feet. As long as you're moving your feet as a running back, you're going to do something positive.
More pain in pistol formation with Hartman. That's going to be a quarterback keeper.
Whoa.
And he's going to be grabbed from
Whoa.
behind, it looked like. We
At
just
least
saw.
he held on to the ball.
He did. He did a great job of holding on to the ball.
We got a bulldog down, holding his knee. That's not good. Yeah, he got shook up last week in that game, and it was like they fell on it. He was holding his knee.
So Cash Hayes down on the field. We'll take a timeout and listen to some of our sponsors. Cutting Edge Welding and Fabrication is once again proud to be a sponsor of Bulldog Athletics. They offer a variety of services to the Quitman community and surrounding areas. CNC plasma, cutting, structural steel, custom metal art and signs, and metal stairs and handrails. Go Bulldogs! Arkansas Second Home Services takes care of your home while you're away. Give us a call and check out our website to see all the services offered. Go Bulldogs! And Cash Hayes will get up.
I don't see it. Looks like maybe the 18, 19.
It's good to see that Cash Hayes makes his way off the field on his own 2 feet. Second down and 8 to go at the England 19-yard line, and handoff to Hartman up the middle. Hartman gained probably about a yard or 2 on the play.
27's name again. He got him high, put his face mask right into his chest, and was able to stop him. Even if you're moving your feet, if you you picked him up, it's hard to make that run. This one's an England player, a line down. It's one of their defensive linemen.
And it looks like they're rubbing out a cramp down there. And it's good to see that he gets up and walks off.
Coach is not going to let him sit there too long. He wants him to get up there and work that cramp out. And that's what it is. And it's been hotter today, these last few days. And if you don't get prepared for the heat, you can't wait till the day of the game to be prepared for heat. For all those young guys out there and young athletes that are fixing to play in heat, you need to start drinking your water. You need about a good 120 ounces of water a day, at least 3-4 days before you play. And I'll do my advertisement for watering at that time. And you heard nothing of that, huh? Drink water.
Drink water.
Third down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Third down and 7 to go for the Bulldogs. 3:33 to play here in the third quarter. Handoff. And that looks like it's going to be Bryson Thacker on the carry for the Bulldogs. He'll gain about a yard on the play. Fourth down.
Nobody was covering Oakley on that play, and he was trying his best to get them to see it, but they'd already decided to run the ball. It's too late for that.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it here on fourth down. And they draw the offsides.
That's the first time that England has bid on that tonight. They have been prepared for it, and this is the first time they really got hit by that penalty.
So a 5-yard penalty. That's going to make it 4th and 1 now for the Bulldogs. So make it a little bit easier for them to try to get this first down and then score. 4th and 1. More Payne. Hand off to Hartman. Hartman easily gets the first down, and he keeps going. Hartman trying to push himself to the end zone, and I believe he's going to be just short.
That's good enough for Quitman Bulldog.
But the Bulldogs will get the first down. Hartman's going to take it all the way down to about the England 3-yard line.
Hartman was smelling that end zone. He wanted in there. He played hard to get there.
The snap, quarterback keeper, More Payne will be brought down
More Payne on the keeper.
just short of the goal line.
He is stopped by Pride Alliance.
Well, once again, he did a great job of holding on to the football.
Yes.
Second goal.
I believe the coaches emphasize that. You probably see him at school Monday with football in his hand for the rest of the week, maybe for the rest of the year.
Second down, Hartman with the handoff. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Saw that hole and went right through it. He cut. It was immediately there. He saw it immediately and got in there. It was a good run.
So the Bulldogs now lead it 34-16. Harnick's going to come out with the PAT attempt. Snap, kick, splits the uprights, and the extra point is good. 35-16 with 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs in business here in this second half.
Bulldogs 35. That was Eli Hartman on a half-yard run for the touchdown.
Totally different team what we saw first half. Bulldogs looked totally different. A little more life, a lot more life.
Christian 7, Hector 14. Bigelow 21, Rising 0. Conference game. 53 conference. Salem 32, Newport 0 first quarter.
Yep.
Salem 32, Newport 0.
Atkins still up on Perryville 10-8 too in the third quarter.
So some big games and a beautiful kick by Harnick. It's going to be fielded at about the 3-yard line of the Bulldogs. That's number 1, Jaquan Mays. He's going to run it back to about the 20-yard line.
Jaquan Mays. He's going to return it out to the England Lion 23-yard line.
Two former oppositions of the Bulldogs. Hector and Conway Christian having a big battle in 2A, and it's 14-7 in the fourth quarter, and that's Hector beating them.
Really?
One thing about Conway Christian I heard today is they have 7 injuries that were pretty tough for them, so they're having to play their second group more than they have been, and it's showing up in their scores.
Of course, Conway Christian was the Bulldogs' first loss this season. They lost 20-10 at Conway Christian in the Centennial Bank Classic. And a fumble on the play. It's going to go out of bounds. That one got out of Jordan Palmer's hands when he hit the ground.
Yeah.
Luckily for the Lions, it rolled out of bounds. And it'll be spotted down at about the England 34-yard line. It's going to be Nick Brown lined up in the backfield. He'll hand it off to who else but Justin Barber. Barber's going to run it up the sideline. There's a flag on the play.
It's good to see number 50 back out there for the Lions. He was the one that had that cramp come up. showed some sportsmanship. He knocked the Bulldog down, then picked him up. That was pretty good sportsmanship.
There's going to be a holding call against the Lions. And it looks like we've got a player down for England.
Yep.
Cramping up once again.
So again, I guess I can say it now, and everybody hear you. You got to get water in you 3 or 4 days before the ball game. I didn't have my microphone on when I told y'all about that before, but you got a ball game on Friday. You need to start getting 60 ounces or 120 ounces of water in you a day, and you probably need to start on Monday.
That looks like the running back there, Justin Barber. That's down on the field with cramps.
Yeah, they're rubbing that calf muscle.
We'll take a moment and recognize some of our wonderful sponsors here on the Bulldog Sports Network. Petit Jean Fiber is a proud supporter and platinum sponsor of Quitman Bulldog Athletics. They provide better internet, better service, and better pricing. Call 501-745-2493 for more information. RK Barger Photography is a platinum sponsor and supports all things Quitman Athletics. She is eager to capture all the moments that matter most to the Quitman Bulldog family. Go Bulldogs! And of course, it's good to see that Barber's getting up and walking off on his own will. Always a relief to see that. I figure we'll be seeing him again this game.
He's been their workhorse, I know that.
First and long for the Lions at the 24-yard line.
It's first down and 20 to go for the England Lions. They're down there at about their own 20-yard line. 24-yard line. Brown, a big pass downfield, and it is incomplete. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. I believe that is number 6, Devin Boyce, on the coverage.
Yeah, he threw that ball way behind the runner, the receiver, and the cornerback really didn't give him a whole lot of room to come back on it. It was another good coverage. I'm going to have to give the defensive backs for Quitman a good grade this week. They may come from the scouting, understanding that the quarterback does have a high throw, and you got a lot of time to make up if you do get burned. You make up for your mistake.
Brown gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 22, Wyon Johnson. Johnson will gain about 3 yards on the play.
I don't know if
2 yards on the play. Third down and 18.
I don't know if we'll see Barber again. This is non-conference for England. They got some tough games coming up. They probably like to save him for those games. They may deem this one not worth getting him hurt anymore.
Brown on the quarterback keeper. He's sacked in the backfield. That's Danny Correz. Big Dan on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Kind of just disappeared, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
You saw him, and next thing you didn't. I noticed our young man that got hurt is walking around. And last week when he got hurt, he never did get up off the bench again. So he's walking it off.
And there's going to be a timeout called by the Bulldogs with 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's fourth down and 21. And we will hear a word from our sponsors. Calico Trailers is a proud platinum sponsor of Quitman Athletics. Calico is a family-owned and operated business serving Quitman and beyond since 1983. They custom build all trailers to fit all customers' needs. Visit calicotrailers.com for more information. Since 1997, Nestlehead Insurance has helped thousands of Arkansans just like you with their insurance needs. For the best guidance with a personalized touch, call them at 501-589-2467 for health, life, and dental vision coverage options. Circle L Heat and Air is a locally owned business taking pride in supporting all things Quitman for over 10 years. Let's go Bulldogs! And they will be back on the field to finish out this third quarter. 15 seconds left to go. 35-16 the score. Of course, the Bulldogs started this quarter off with just 7 points.
They really added to it and trying to get it over through it.
Pass falls incomplete for the Lions, and that's going to be a turnover on down. So the Bulldogs will have the ball down at the Lion 24-yard line.
The Bulldogs and the Lions have had a good history of playing each other, especially they were both in the same district when the Bulldogs were 2A. And then when the Bulldogs got moved up to 3A, they left it, but they kept the game going. So England and Quitman have been playing each other for probably the last 10 years.
Snap is good. That's going to be a run. He's going into the end zone. It's a touchdown on the quarterback keeper. Jordan Morpain took it all the way for the Bulldogs. Excuse me, that's not Morpain.
It's number 8.
Number 8, Bryson Thacker.
And he just ran it as smooth as he could be. Nobody was in his way the whole way.
Well, pardon me, but Bryson Thacker, great job there. And Harnick's kick, automatic, as usual. 42-16 with 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
The way things are going in the first half, I'd have never thought there'd be this much distance between the score now. The Bulldogs are playing very well. When this series first started, when England and Quitman started playing first, England dominated us. I mean, they would beat us, and they would beat us pretty bad. Mercy ruled us, is what we'd probably say. And eventually the Bulldogs started playing and competing with them, and now then here we are 10 years later, and we see the growth of the Bulldog program at this point. England is still pretty good. Like I said, they were number 10 in 2A. You know, Quitman is rated 24th in 3A. So that shows you what the big difference between 3A and 2A. And we saw the difference between 4A and 3A with Gentry, who's like 24th in that. So
Harnick gets the kickoff. Fair catch called by number 7, Kenneth Fawcett. Four seconds to go in the third quarter. Lions are going to have it at about their own 40-yard line with 4 seconds. To get the snap off, Brown with the handoff. That's Barber. He's back in the game, and Barber looking to run it up the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds. He'll take it into Bulldog territory, though. That's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the Bulldog 35-yard line.
Well, I was wrong. They put him back in, and he did look like he was feeling pretty good there. And he knocked a Bulldog there at the end of the play. He worked one of the Bulldogs over pretty good.
And there's going to be a flag on the play, holding against the offense.
10 yards to spot a foul.
So the Lions on the run, It's going to be basically erased.
That'll be the end of the third
And
quarter.
that's going to bring up the end of the third quarter. Your score, the Quitman Bulldogs hang 35 points this quarter
Holding against the
on the Lions of England, who only had 6. 42-16 going into the final quarter of action under the Friday night lights of Bulldogs Stadium.
Quitman Bulldogs 42.
Well, you're not going to have much time. These referees, if they did like they did between the first and second quarter, we'll be snapping that ball here in about 5 seconds.
The play was used being England's ball at their own 40-yard line.
So to start this quarter, the final quarter of action, England will have it at their own 40.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, pointed out by our clock operator Randy Bridges, they scored 35 points in that quarter, and that don't happen much for the Bulldogs.
And that was a combined effort between both the offense and the defense.
And special teams.
And special teams.
Got to give that special teams that credit. That was a good touchdown that got it all started.
On the play, bring up second down and 6.
Gain of 4 on that last play for the Lions. That's going to bring up second down and 6.
Have to give Barber credit. He's still out there running as hard as he can.
And a quarterback keeper, throw down the field. It's going to be caught. Great catch there by number 14, Nehemiah Soli, who hauls it all the way to the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for the Lions.
We knew it was going to come sometime, and the quarterback put it right there. Grayson could not catch him on that. It was a perfect pass, and we've been fortunate enough that the passes have been underthrown a lot, and fortunate enough in the first half that they dropped a bunch of those too. So it worked out. I know the Bulldogs don't want to give a score up that easy, but it was a perfect pass to do that.
Looks like the Lions going to go for 2 here. Bulldogs stopped them last time, and that's going to be Barber. Barber tries the forward pass. It's intercepted by Danny. Big Dan Corres on the interception for the Bulldogs. And the 2-point conversion will fail. How often do you see a lineman intercept that?
Well, you don't see it often, but again, they ran that wild line, a direct snap to Barber. He could not find a way to get in, so he did the best he could. He threw it up for grabs, and Juarez said, yeah, I'll take that, and he took it.
42-22 with 11:06 left to go in this ball game.
Well, we better not get too cocky here because they've been known to recover this onside kick.
Yep.
And you can tell by the way the Bulldogs line up, they're knowing that England apparently does this often. Here comes the kicker. He's been told what to do with it. And now then they're fixing to move into position.
And, we have seen 35 points put up in one quarter already tonight.
They may just kick it from here and try to run and jump on it. Waiting for the whistle. That's what they're going to do.
And the onside kick is going to be
And they got it.
recovered by the Lions. Nehemiah Soli on the recovery. And they'll have it at the Bulldog 49.
Bulldogs were further off the 50 than they have been. They didn't have anybody right up there close to grab that ball. And matter of fact, he was able to run 2 yards past the 50 before he even touched it. And we didn't have anybody in front of him to make that a difference. That's something we'll have to work on. We'll play other teams that's going to live and die by that onside kick, I guarantee you. Well, England's not giving up. They're still kicking. Got their big guy back there in the backfield again, too.
Yep, Barber's back out there. Lined up right beside the quarterback, Nick Brown.
There's that little
Brown on
counter.
the handoff. He's going to be brought down in the backfield.
Number 72.
That's going to be 72, Big Dan Correz.
I'd rather see him catch the running back like that than the football like he did a while ago. He was right there.
Second out of 11.
It's going to bring up a loss of a yard. Second down and 11 for the Lions.
I know Hendrix College is looking at Juarez, is trying to get him to go there. If he's going to Hendrix, that means he must be an excellent student, too.
And Brown on the sling. He's going to get it. It's going to be broken up by Bryson Thacker.
That's the second time Thacker has made that play like that. He was in perfect spot for that situation.
Thacker's had himself a pretty good night here tonight on both defense and offense.
He has. He's done well. I'd like to see the defense stop him here. I don't want to see him get another first down. I have a feeling we could score 35 and a quarter. They might be able to, too.
And snap to Brown. Brown still has the ball. He faked the handoff. He's going to be ran to the sideline and out of bounds. I don't think he gained anything on that. He'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10.
Coverage sack. The Bulldogs covered their men, and there was no place for the quarterback to go. So they did what they're supposed to do, and it worked.
And it looks like the Lions are going to try to go for it here on 4th and 10. And a pass downfield and a lateral. And they will get the first down. It was originally caught by Mays. He lateraled it backwards to Wyon Johnson. Johnson ran it to the first down. And that was a pretty good play there by the Lions.
It's called the hook and ladder. You throw it to the receiver, who then laterals it out. I can't even say that word. And it worked perfectly there. It didn't catch the Bulldogs totally by surprise, but they weren't able to keep them from getting the first down. Usually see that play when you're in dire straits and you need something quick.
Brown's going to hand it off to Johnson on the carry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 30-yard line. Kyler Lyke and some of his Bulldog companions on the tackle for the Bulldogs. They gained about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 for the Lions.
Poor old quarterback has run to that sideline many times and back to make the play call. He's going to sleep well, too.
Nick Brown done a pretty good job of leading his team tonight. The junior. And a pass is incomplete. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Everybody called it. On pass interference against the Bulldogs.
Usually in the area of pass interference. Pass interference.
Yep.
Against the defense.
So that's going to move the chains for the
No
Lions.
penalty. The ball's going to be spotted at the Bulldog 15-yard line.
That'll be at the Bulldog 15.
First down line.
Fresh set of downs here for the Lions. 9:12 to go in this ball game. Brown calls for the
There's that
snap.
option play. Oh,
Looks like he's going to
he
keep it.
kept it.
And he'll be brought down.
Brown.
He gained about 3 yards on the play.
Tyler White and Herman on the tackle from the Bulldogs. We know about 3, second down and 7.
Second down and 7 for the Lions. Snap. Fakes the handoff of pass into the end zone. It's complete to Cooper Price.
Cooper Price in the end zone with a touchdown.
And a touchdown for the England Lions.
Well, it's still a game. They get this 2-point conversion. They're 2 scores back, and they're dangerous on this onside kick. They've got 2 of them tonight, so we got lucky on the one to return it back so far in the first half or second half, but they're going to have to get the ball and have a pretty good drive right now. 8 minutes is a lot of time. You can score twice pretty easy.
And looks like they will go,
Reverse.
and they will not allow the 2-point conversion. Bulldog defense have done pretty good on the 2-point conversions this half.
Conversion failed. Your score is 8:22 left to go in the game. Visiting
42-28 the score now.
Bulldogs 22.
8:22 left to go here in the game.
Well, remember last week, the 2-point conversions happened every time against us, so we did improve tonight on stopping the 2-point conversion.
Defense once again has done a very good job this game.
Yes, but we are not out. I mean, there's time enough that England can do some damage, especially if they get this onside kick.
Here comes the kicker out onto the field. He'll tee it up.
Salem 38, Newport 12. They're in the last quarter up there, so it's like Salem's going to stay undefeated in conference play. They're going to be the team everybody had to beat if they want first place this year. Bulldogs still have a game with them, the last game of the season.
And it is at Salem, I do believe. Onside kick is recovered by the Bulldogs.
Kick's going to be recovered by the Bulldogs.
It's going to be brought down at about their own 49.
Well, that's what they needed to do. Now they need to put a drive on. They need to eat some of the clock up, put a long drive in, get in the end zone, and they can say it's our ball game then. But
Bulldogs are setting shop at their own 49-yard
they don't need to do anything silly right now. That's a big nose guard, though.
Number 60, I do believe. That's Jerome Clegg coming in at 6 feet, 390 pounds.
I believe it.
And the Bulldogs hand it off to Thacker. Thacker is going to be brought down at about the 39-yard line. He'll take it into Lion territory, and that's going to get the first down.
Yes, good run. He's the one that scored the touchdown a while ago, and he looked so smooth running that play right now. And they hadn't used this play the last 2 times They didn't use it at all in the first half, and it's worked both times very well for the Bulldogs. No, he wasn't.
And the Bulldogs, I'm not completely sure what that play was myself.
They're running out of the power I. They got a fullback. They're running a snap off center, and they got a tailback. Number one is the tailback, and you have not seen that from the Bulldogs this year. That was the first time we've seen it, and they had the coming from the line of scrimmage. From the center.
This is why you're here, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't think I could call it if I saw it. So,
well, it's what they need to do is run the clock, and that play, that set helps them get more time off the clock, and that's what they're trying to do. But they need to pick up 6 yards here.
Clock winding down, 7 minutes to go here in the game. 42-28, of course, the score. Bulldogs up on the Lions of England. Morpane gets the snap. Looks like a quarterback keeper. He's going to try to run it. He breaks the gap, finds it. Morpane to the 10, to the 5. Morpane on the touchdown for the Bulldogs off a quarterback keeper.
He kept his feet moving then, and once he cut to the inside, he felt those hands on him. He just kicked it into a higher gear, and they couldn't stop him. That was a good run. It was a good touchdown, the touchdown they needed. So now then they get their extra point. It's going to be a 3-point. They got to have 3 scores now to beat the Bulldogs.
It's going to put Quitman back up by 20. And Harnick's kick is good.
That's good.
49-28. Bulldogs with a 21-point lead. 6:40 to go in the ballgame.
Miss Harnick has got that football. She said, "Give me that football. I'm going down here and kick it now." I think Coach is going to be happy with what he saw this second half. We've had these last 2 scores went pretty quick on him, and I'm sure that's not going to make him happy. But the team they play next week, Yellville Summit, I have no score on them. They're playing Melbourne at this time, but there's not a score 1 on those. Yellville is 3-1 at this point of the season, so.
Might be a pretty tough matchup next week for homecoming.
They're rated ahead of the Bulldogs too. So they beat Perryville last week, and so it's not going to be one of those easy games that everybody thought they'd get when they played Perryville this year.
And the kick, number 22, Wyon Johnson, was touched by several Bulldogs, but not brought down until he reached the Bulldog 45.
They thought he was going out of bounds, and they gave up on him a little quick. That's why you got to continue to the whistle blows.
So Johnson squatted down at the Bulldog 44. And the Lions break huddle.
Still no news on the other teams, how they're doing at this time in our conference.
The snap and a little flick pass there to Nehemiah Solee. Solee on the carry, gets it to about the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure if he gained anything on the play or not. It looks like he might have gained a yard.
If you notice England's linemen in the first half or that first drive, if we go all the way back there, you didn't see any of them standing where they were when the snap was made. They were downfield and running with the play. Right now they're watching the play. So they're wore out. The Bulldogs did what they wanted them to do. They wanted them to get them tired. And I noticed our big number 60's moved to the other tackle position now.
And this one, a quarterback keeper by Brown. Brown runs it up the middle. Brown gets the first down for the Lions. Brown runs it all the way out of bounds at about the Bulldog 20-yard line.
Well, I know 60 didn't play a whole lot of offense in the first half, but he just set a wall block there that knocked two Bulldogs, kept them out of the play. So all he basically did was step across, and two Bulldogs had to go around him to make the play, and by that time, Brown had made his move.
Fresh set of downs. First down and 10, 5:35 to go for the Lions. The snap is good. Brown folds out of the pocket. He looks downfield, throws a pass, and it comes up short of the end zone. Nobody's there to get it.
Back when I was growing up, we called those the Joe Cap passes. Joe Cap was a quarterback for the Vikings. Every time he threw the ball, it was usually end over end, but it always got where it's supposed to. So that was a Joe Cap pass. So he said something that our clock operator, he knows what I'm talking about. You young guys don't, do you?
I do not. I've never heard that one before. Now, if this was baseball, I'd be able to tell you a little bit about it, but it's not. And the pass over the middle is incomplete over the head of the intended receiver. I believe that was number 1, Mays. Good coverage there by the Bulldogs.
That ball looked like it was. That ball looked like it was going downhill the whole time he threw it. I didn't say it on the radio.
Snap to Brown.
Oh,
Handoff. That's going to be Barber. Barber running it up the sidelines pretty well. And he will run it out of bounds at about the Bulldog 13. And he comes up. He will get the first down for the Lions.
Something there that you don't like to see. Nobody wanted to turn him inside. They let him go the way he wanted to go, and when you're that good of a running back, you got to make him go the way you want to. You can't give in to him. And I know it's late in the game, but you got to turn that running back inside.
Pass finds Mays. Mays brought down in the backfield by a ton. That's going to be a loss.
Ethan saw that play. He read that good. He was right there and went in and made the tackle. The young man's not getting up very good here.
So credit to Ethan Thurman on the play. It's going to be second down and 15 for the Lions. But there's a player down on the field. We'll take the time to recognize a few of our sponsors. Lindsay's Resort is a proud platinum sponsor of Quitman Athletics. Since 1965, Lindsay's Resort on the Little Red River has been serving families and groups in Heber Springs. You'll come for the fishing and stay for the fun with rustic log cabins, guided fishing trips, and the Pot of Gold restaurant. We're positive your stay will be unforgettable. Mark Mansfield State Farm Agency is dedicated to helping the community of Quitman and surrounding areas with all things insurance, offering home, auto, and life insurance tailored to meet your individual insurance needs. Call Mark at 501-365-3562. Go Bulldogs! Ivy's Family Disco Pharmacy has been serving the Goose Ferry Lake area since 1976. They are located on the back side of the Court Square in downtown Heber Springs. If you are in need of insurance, see Jamie Ivy and her staff, who are now offering health insurance enrollment. Ivy's Family Disco Pharmacy also provides private consultations, immunizations, along with testing and treating strep, flu, and COVID. Ivy's Family Disco Pharmacy offer delivery and curbside pickup. Their staff is committed to fast and friendly service. Stop by today and see why Ivy's Family Disco Pharmacy is Greers Ferry Lake's #1 independent pharmacy. Go Bulldogs! And we're back as Brown calls for the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be a carry up the middle by who else but number 4, Justin Barber. That's going to be Kyler Like on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Barber has played a very good ball game. He's played a very good ball game. He's done everything that the coach of England's asked him to, and he still wants the ball. So I thought when he went down with that double calf cramps, that'd be it for him. But apparently he talked to the coach, said, I want to play some more, and he's doing a good job.
Brown calls for the snap, looks downfield, finds an open man, and it'll be a touchdown for the Lions.
Yep, touchdown for the Lions.
Bulldogs tackled him right on the goal line.
He went right in the middle of the zone, stood up right there and said, throw me the ball, and he was there in the end zone. It was a good read by the quarterback, excellent play, touchdown, and they're not giving up. They're not giving up.
49-34, 3:57 to go here in this ball game.
They're going with that power line, that wild line play again.
2-point conversion attempt for the Lions. And here is Barber on the run. He'll get there into the corner. 2-point conversion is successful for the Lions, 49-36.
Defensive coordinator is not happy on that. It's the second time in a row that the Bulldogs just let him get to the corner and go. Nobody's turning him inside. And I think the coach is letting him know, said, that's your job is to turn it in, and you didn't do your job. And coach is all over him about that.
And the Lions await their kicker.
I'm going to say we're going to see an onside kick.
I'm right there with you, Michael.
They haven't had one all night. I mean, they haven't kicked a regular one all night. They've kicked it onside every time.
I would be beyond shocked if they kicked a really long one.
28's ready. Look at that. He pointed it his way. He said, bring it on. Let's see what happens.
Here's the kick by Johnson. It is an onside kick. And the Bulldogs
28 got it.
Will recover it. Eli Hartman on the recovery for the Bulldogs.
He bring it my way, and he was ready for it.
He popped up hugging the ball.
Probably the best way to do is let it stop and then jump on it.
So the Bulldogs will have the ball at their own 46.
And here comes the nose guard, leading them on the field. I'm going to have to give the center his due. He's had to push him around the whole game. Say 390 pounds? Man,
Yep.
That's a lot of pushing.
Hartman on the carry. He'll gain about 4 for the Bulldogs.
I believe I heard our game announcer, Dan, announce the score with Yellville and Melbourne, and it seemed like Yellville's winning that game, so they're going to come in here pretty hot next week.
More pain on the quarterback keeper for the Bulldogs. He'll come up just short of the first down. He's going to cross into Lion territory, though.
Sounded like Perryville had gone ahead of Atkins, too. I think that was a scare. Atkins hadn't won a game all year. Perryville knows they had to win it if they got a chance for the playoffs. They had to win that game.
3rd down and 1 yard for the Bulldogs. 2:52 to go in the ball game. Ely's lined up over here on the far side. They're going to hand it off to Hartman. Hartman's going to run it up the middle. Hartman carrying, keeping on going. I thought he tripped, but he kept on going. He kept his legs moving, and he crosses the 30-yard line for the Bulldogs.
I think number 40 for the Bulldogs don't get out of his way next time. He just knocked him out of the way.
So Eli Hartman and the Bulldogs will get another first down.
The cheerleaders from England are still going hard. Band for Quitman's going hard. I don't think anybody wants this game to end.
Student section has been very lively these past few weeks.
They have.
So credit to the student body for that.
I tell you what, there's some tired young men on that football field, both sides.
First down after the run for the Bulldogs.
The only good thing about Quitman's young men is that they got momentum on their side. They're feeling it pretty good. They're ahead, and they're feeling pretty comfortable. You're down in the last 2 minutes of the game. Grayson coming way over here to line up, spread out, take one player out of the way, give Hartman a good chance.
And the handoff to Hartman. He's going to run it, finds the gap. Hartman keeps on trucking. He's going to be brought down inside the 5. And Hartman keeps on going. Did he get the touchdown? He's just short.
Just short.
Tackled down at about the 1 yard line, they said. That was a big run by Eli Hartman there.
Yeah, and his offensive lineman got down there to help him.
Clock winding down, 50 seconds left to go. Jordan Moore Payne lined up in the backfield, and he will kneel it.
That was
victory
good
formation
for the Bulldogs.
And this will be a big win for the Bulldogs. Victory formation once again. They'll take the win.
Oh, me. You see what I see? The clock. I don't think they're going to worry about it, are they?
And the Bulldogs line up to shake hands. The clock will expire. Your final score, 49-36. The Quitman Bulldogs come back with a huge third quarter.
It was a good third quarter, good game for the Bulldogs. They needed a win here. They got one. England played excellent, though. They just got tired, it looks like, and that's the difference between 3A and 2A, and we're seeing it now. Homecoming next week against a very hot football team. They're going to need the fans out here to come and holler for them and get ready for Yellville Summit, because this is not going to be a pushover football team.
Absolutely not.
They're going to have to play hard to beat them, and we saw some weaknesses that I'm sure Coach saw that he's going to work on, and we hope everybody has an excellent trip home. We pray for the players that got hurt, and we hope that England has a easy trip home. I know there's a lot of tired young men on both sides out there, and they'll be glad to get to bed, I'm sure.
Thank
you. Appreciate you, Jake.
Yes, sir. It's been great, Michael. And this is the Quitman Bulldog Sports Network. Signing off, I'm Jacob Cater.
Michael Ball.